ultimately,
right?
it's very likely just looking to match the Casio. Ooh, Yone. That can also be flexed. The question is where they're going to throw
The Winds
it.
of War can kind of get enough damage off of the Deathfire touch.
Oh, yeah.
Already mid here, though.
Looking for an unspeakable horror onto Caps. Low on the mana bar. He's stepping up. Justice Punch shielded around again. Caps won't be able to flash away until about now, but he's not going to use it. He stands the 1v1. Jojo takes him down with him. Okay, best case scenario, 1-for-1.
The damage from the Tigers.
Chesley in the mid lane is just very different right now. There's a difference as Zenblade connects. Shield Daybreak as well. Super gets hit with it. Essence Flux. Alvaro steps up for the passive auto, but Han Summer's in full lethal tempo. I think this is dangerous for MKOI. Shield Daybreak again. This bottom lane 2v2 going awry. Alvaro has to flash out to just survive. Super's going to stand his ground.
So great early game from G2, right? Like, you end up turning around the play in mid. You've now got coverage there as well. So I think now MKOI should be able to back away before Skewmon gets here.
Blade. Hang on, Alvaro tries to get out with the dredge line. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, the flag and drag from Skewmon entering. This is a 3 versus 1 for the support, and Alvaro knows he's not getting out. It's a kill over to Han Summers, Ezreal, and it's easily timed gank here from Skewmon.
Nice. Those side lanes, and you want to be looking for picks where you can. LeBron, for example, this could be a good catch.
Dredge line, remember Elyoya can turn the lights off now. It's the unspeakable horror to get the route, the flee, rather the follow-up. LeBron in his own jungle, but he doesn't feel safe. Zenith played to go back in, but he's dead. Over to Super, and Eddie Carey's getting some money here in the early game.
Mistake from Lebrov, getting caught out in River there. It means that you get the kill, but also should be able to get the Dragon, because I was about to say, I think G2 could have kept pressure on mid, so Jojo can't really help out on any sort of play with that Nocturne. But instead now, with LeBron dead, it's an easy take here for him.
Oh, true shot barrage. Flash dredge line, though. It's a heck flash, rather. There's a hero's entrance flash away from Skewmon. As Jojo flies into the river. Dragon goes down to MKOI. Well, now the paranoia used and abused. Han Summer has to flash back to his own bottom turret as well. And MKOI get a lot.
That hook from Alvaro actually interrupted Skewmon on the flag and drag, which meant that he had to try and flash away. And now the flash on bot lane. MKOI coming alive now.
A single pick onto LeBron, the offensive, as he looks to steal away enemy jungle camps, get what he can, as Koi is looking to play here in the early game. No significant gold lead either way anywhere on the map.
That ward pays dividends. Zenith play going to interrupt in mid-blast, going then to flag and drag as well. Elyoya has the flash, but will he use it? The shield is up. Cataclysm comes in after the fact. The timing must have been perfect for Elyoya.
The mind game.
About that mid lane lead, we should expect that an item comes with it as well. You see Skewmon's picked up his, but Cap's Rod of Ages should be the purchase before this second Drake spawns. And as you see, as Jojo steps up, it's trouble. Justice Punch interrupted as well. Capsule has Petrifying Gaze. Jojo's getting whittled down. It's every Noxious Blast that connects puts Jojo in trouble. Paranoid to save. Noxious Blast not helping with the Petrifying Gaze. He flashes away. Meanwhile, Elyoya had to ulti into the mid lane. Caps gets the kill. Saved by Skewmon and counter ganks. MKOI bring up the bottom lane to try and find a response play. Dredge line onto LeBron. They get the route down, but it's not going to be enough here. And Elyoya was thwarted by Skewmon's engage.
That was a crazy setup from Caps. He was
definitely not down and out. Super in a great position. Ticks over to 9. Hook connects, but not going to convert into much.
Super also connects a bit of damage as well with the Killer Instinct up and available. G2 are the ones that started this strike. They look to find it successfully and do so. Grounding Jojo with the miasma's nice. Jojo Justice punches back in because Paranoia is up and available. They're looking for Caps. A two-man shielded around and Dredge line perfectly layered as well. With the Galio Heroes entrance, G2 are thwarted before the fight can even begin. The Killer Instinct launched here by Super in a 1 versus 3. He takes those on. He flashes in for a double with the rest of MKOI behind him. Why not? As Dredge line gets a little bit close, MKOI have won the fight handedly.
Koi can't
going to come through. You got Nocturne in position as well. Broken Blade might be in trouble here. He's going to try and run for it.
Justice Punch, Paranoia, Fate sealed. He gets on out. He jumps back and he says, I'm going to be a soul unbound, but that waits for a shielded Duran. There's a man there just pressing W. Jojo enables Elyoya to get the kill on the deep Broken Blade.
A very clean play from Koi. Once they see 3 members of G2 on the bot side of the map, they're going to quickly send Elyoya to start that objective off. The rest of G2 are not really here to contest. Koi get control of the mid wave as well. So very nice play from Koi overall.
Flag and drag, Mirwin in a bit of trouble. Cataclysm being held onto until now. Mirwin does flash out eventually. away from that Jarvan ulti. Meanwhile, G2 are making a play on top side of the map as well. Zetterplay going to connect, and Broken Blade looking for some revenge for that previous die. Mewin's trying to get on out. Solitaire a little bit too late. Jojo escapes with a hero's entrance.
Both solo laners lucky to escape there. MKOI sticking around that a little bit too long in the side lanes, but nice escape from Jojo. Looks like MKOI want to try and fight us.
Note that Super is 2 items though, so I wonder, maybe a little bit more confident than that. Dredgeline starts onto Hans Summer, easy with an arcane shift away. Mid-pro is given to MKOI first as Flash Rush shots upon the mark. Paranoia used onto Caps as he ridges off to the fight. He flashes away as the depth charge also burnt. MKOI now have only 2 ultis available, and one of them perma off cooldown with the Anivia, while Super is the only one who can launch in, despite G2 having all 5 up and ready.
This is now a little dangerous for MKOI. They're still fishing, but
go in.
G2.
Solar Flare, flashed away from Fate Sealed, a big whip. Broken Blade still in the midst of it though. Double knockup, triple knockup, everyone in the Cataclysm. It should be G2's, right? But look, Super untouched, lethal tempoing in the backside, while Skewmon finds a mark on the bird of prey. It's Caps who got the free fire, it's G2 who used the ult advantage, and it's Jojo who'll be last to fall as the Dragon is surrounded.
G2 find their moment to fight back against MKOI. The spells weren't there, and G2's ability to fight
going to be unavailable. No real objective outside of this to play for. G2 entirely on the bot side of the map means that there's no cross-map opportunity for them. Instead, they're committing to keeping this tower alive, but they're not going to be able to.
Jojo going to just punch away. Turret eventually goes down. He took a little bit of turret damage. Solar Flare is going to find Mewin without egg as well. He gets knocked up. Fate Sealed. Everything used. Galio ult out of there. Jojo escapes the bottom side play, but G2 get 1 off the turret push.
Yeah, there's no real pressure elsewhere on the map.
10 seconds.
It's not like G2 are super pressured to take this Dragon 2 apiece, and the game will still go longer regardless. So right now the cautious is great as Skewmon maybe throws caution to the wind. He's hit down by Super. Cataclysm as he flashes out, but Skewmon whip as the Fate Seal doesn't hit. It's onto a support, so Super has already taken a double with Hans Summer going into the dirt. Flash forward from Mewin onto Lebrov. The Fear about to connect a triple. And we talked about G2 being cautious, but they said hell to that.
Super played that excellently, using the Kai'Sa ultimate to reposition away from the CC, pick up the triple kill, and MKOI get the
Second Dragon, bit of extra stats, but the claw towards.
No way!
They're just sprinting it, getting out of there while Mewin hits bot.
Yeah, so look at the minimap here. This is fantastic from KOI, just because they're doing all the right things. While that play was happening in mid, all of G2... Oh, hang on a second.
Depth charge going to be used. Skewmon trying to go past him to ignore the Dredgeline. Now, Alvaro is caught out here, but no objectives are up. Maybe a bit of damage on the mid lane turret, but remember, deal of G2. 5 members in River for both teams. Well, Jojo would be if he decides to join in with the ulti. Lebrov's angle pretty good, but he will be spotted out by that ward. MKOI no. The poke out from Hans Summer, crucial flash, depth charge. Paranoia turns the lights off. Jojo's there, shielded Durand as well. It's great because Hans Summer's first to die. G2 have lost their 80 carry, and now the fight truly begins with MKOI spearing off the inhibit through a choker. Super's also dead, by the way, to Broken Blade, but it won't matter because Mewin has sat in a choke and dealt with 3 of G2, along with Alvaro. The CC layering perfect from MKOI, and the position of power large in game 1 as they take the reins of control.
It all was going to come down to execution, and MKOI execute perfectly. Hans Summer was the target from the start. Alvaro connects the ultimate.
To be Baron. MKOI have to move on in. Note the fact they all have their ultis though, so MKOI can pounce. They don't have to be grouped up. Dredgeline starts up onto Lebrov. Another fight. Paranoia onto Caps with a knockup as well. Hero's entrance going to go golden is Caps while Alvaro gets low, but Super hasn't been touched. He dodges the Fate Seal again. Broken Blade can't get the right target. Solar Flare will take no one's life, and with a triple over to Super, Hans is tagged. Killer Instinct. He got the free flow through the fight. It's a full house of kills with an ace to MKOI. And game 1 in the bag.
MKOI refused to go down. Elyoya lived forever in the fight, and with him, MKOI are going to take game 1.
We hate scripts in the LEC. We want them done with, and MKOI are willing to start that train of thought off. It's only 1 game, but it's a big one here as they're 1 step closer to MSI.
10, 1, and 3 for Super with an incredible Kai'Sa performance. Elyoya's impact cannot be ignored once again. MKOI came to play versus G2. Let's hear from the man himself.
What a scoreline, what a game 1 out of Super. The fans are already chanting your name. It couldn't start any better. How good did that game feel?
And I think it was kind of boring, no?
Oh! Really? Is the opposition not what you expected?
I'm expecting G2 bowling to wake up.
Okay. Nice. I let you go to your team. Fighting words from Supa. He crushed it.
I'm not gonna lie, like the Trundle value has such good pillar into Lulu, Talia. They always need to flash if there's follow-up from it. Can really neutralize this Skarner as well. And I think the
Basically, Caps was there to ensure that you could get the third push here for G2's bot lane, because actually in this matchup, it's incredibly important. It's basically the way Nami wants to try.
In their lanes as Beyblade goes out, Super takes a full trade of it as well. LeBron's going to use his pots. Just to go towards mid. Drive by here for Skew1. Doesn't find the wall though. Jojo. Ghost is going to be used. That's not Storm Raiders because he went DFT. So Jojo does get out here, but a summoner has to be burned to avoid Skew1.
Interesting pathing there from Skew1. I actually thought based on the path that he was taking, he was just going to go straight towards top and look for another gank. Ooh, Super getting a little bit low, but great trading for both of guys.
No, Glitterlands comes through and match flash on Summer. Will take down Super. It was an ignite with the damage that was ticking from Lebrov. God damn.
That was a great flash slow from Lebrov. He connects the E, the knockback now into mid. I don't think you have the mana to get a kill here, Caps.
Jojo just leveled up as well. It's actually going to turn on him. Jojo solo kills Caps instead. Started with a flick, ends with
opposite story compared to what we saw before. Now Skew1 showing up top lane, but Elyoya is to help.
Elyoya is insane. Just wait for it. Mirwin's going to be exhausted. He flashes away. The pillar comes out. But unfortunately, the pillar doesn't place Skew1 on the wrong side of it, so Elyoya just chases them away and stops the game.
No, not the Galio.
Galio.
Yeah. No.
I feel like he gets one every game.
Well, guess who's back in the top lane? No flash available for Mirwin.
No, indeed not. Last breath going to be used. The pints are out. Mirwin, he's still on the wrong side of dodge without a flash. Tries to get Broken Blade, and Skew1's going to help do the damage down. Sweeping Blade will not get the kill. Skew1 burned him with red, and Mirwin will drop.
Still great for us.
So repeat that process. Put as much pressure down, get your Yasuo ahead if you can. I do think it was a bit of a mistake for Skew1 to take the kill, but Broken Blade still finds himself with a healthy lead, pushing in that top wave. I think he doesn't quite get a plate, but the cross-map response from KOI is good nonetheless. Elyoya
carries both in the top side of the map, and there's no TP from Mirwin right now, so Supa kind of wants to try and take the fight.
Now we're going to start it off. Back with prison dodge forward by Lebrov. Heal gets him out of range. Elyoya looking for the chase. Pillar now up on the enemy Lulu. A wild growth as well, but he's just dead. He won't be able to get out of this one. Doesn't flash over the wall in the end. Super takes the kill on Lebrov. That opens up MKOI to start the grubs in the end.
Skew1 starts. I think so. I think a lot of it is thanks to Jojo and the advantage he's been able to find in mid. Oh, speaking of Jojo.
Yeah, he's going to be polymorph. Skew1's going to drive in as well. There's a Weaver's Wall from Caps. Layers off with the wild growth. Impale as well, massive. Jojo getting down low as he flashes away. Skew1 matches his flash. Tidal wave brings in the Black Pearl. It launches Caps into the air. Needs to be a pirate for a little bit longer. Elyoya pulls out the frozen domain, but nothing else happens here. A lot whiffed, a lot sent, but no one dies.
Yeah, it felt like...
We've watched Jojo get that push out, but remember, with that commitment to top, Dragon's up in 3 seconds. Guess what, Jojo? He was just burning the midnight oil before in the previous fight. Do they have enough damage now? Something Chubb dodged away from. Jojo kites it all out with a threaded volley. The pillar's up. Jojo will die this time, but it took a while from G2.
Jojo ends up falling. Did take a little bit of time, and I thought the fancy
positioning is better. I think MKOI make the right read. With the arrival of Lebrov, they really can't contest this. They now don't have the people. They're trying to punish Hans Summer, but he's not going to fall prey to the trap. And it will
buffer the 90 caliber net there. Cap's going to get Storm Raider Surge. Look for Super on the retreat path here with threaded volley. Does good damage here. Alvaro going to heal up so he gets in position. Aqua Prison dodged away from. Super's getting low. Tidal wave flashed as well. Ace in the hole. Elyoya not in range to do anything about a subjugation. But Super's ulti now down. Cap's getting low. He needs backup.
Caps fancied a fight, but he ended up biting off more than he could chew, and now the threat of a dive is there. Elyoya looking for it.
Lightning Shaft, there's the pillar. Here comes Skew1, but flashes in. Caps greedy! And interrupted with an Aqua Prism means Skew1 can't get the chase up. Elyoya will live. A rock thrown at his face and a smite as well. Another drive-by would seal the deal on the enemy jungler. Elyoya getting battered down by the Scorpion King. Skew1 will go on a killing spree, but Caps is the one disappointing us right now.
Still collapse on mid. Super might be in trouble. Lebrov trying to see if he can get the intro polymorph.
Whoa! He's healing.
Whoa, for Yasuo!
Lebrov, what are you doing?
Yasuo was in the wings. He thought he could get the wall growth.
He was still so far out,
and he just killed himself.
So 4-4 in kills.
Yeah, what did he really lose out of that play?
Pride mainly.
No, I think
like 300 gold goes over, you know.
Weaver's Wall, Super almost dead. Arc lights him to death. Looks like he's playing Halo 2, the plasma gun OP.
Hans Summer. Wow, okay. He's woken up here in game 2, and he is feeling himself. 2-0-0 now. The scoreline for him He was hunting for a kill. He had the support of his team, and he finds it.
Alvaro face checking, Skumon waiting for him as well. And Impale, a drive into the wall. Here we go. And with the help of the 80 carry, Alvaro's just going to die. Hansama getting hand-fed kills. 2 will bite the dust in his favor. And G2 maintain a gold lead.
Nice timing by G2. Alvaro's flash still wasn't up from that initial play in the mid lane. So finding that moment with the Nami, perfect timing. Elyoya now moving top spots. Caps on his own.
Going to be used. Waiting for the threaded volley to try and poke him out, but I don't think he can get on out. You're right. With no ulti, Cap's trying to buy the time. The flick dodged away by Jojo. They know they need to be quick. MKOI, but Skumon's already driven in. Pillar up. Cap's running to his team. He's alive. He threads the volley, threads the needle. The earth is working in his favor. He gets flicked back for a kill. Cap's as low as Mirwin looks to auto him down. Kill the mid laner, they say. But MKOI committed everything. LeBron's going to flush on out. A wall now used. Flush away from Chain's corruption by Skumon. Jojo is one shot. He dies. Hansama gets exhausted, but it's Mirwin versus 3 in this top lane. He's kiting out so well. He's got Alvaro behind his back. Skumon is one target with Blight. Hansama gets poked by range. Hail of Arrows dodge. The drive out. G2 alive. LeBron alive. He kited everything. It's a G2 win. It's a G2 survival masterclass.
Okay, Mirwin ultimately saves the play. But to get the mid tower falls, but now the mid lane.
Super. Can he get out of this one? Broken Blade wind wall up, and now he sweeps through on a trap. No, the final breath. It lasts a lifetime for Super as Broken Blade takes him down solo.
And that's the...
If it doesn't work, use the other one. Everyone can take this into solo queue. If you go and hint on Yone or Yasuo, just swap it around and you can do what Broken Blade's doing here in this game. A big 0 next to his name.
Insanely strong. This year, it feels like that he is an unstoppable force on the champion. Hansama in a bit of danger.
Away from the Aqua Prison, he has to transcend, but they turn it onto Elyoya under the mid-turret. He doesn't feel too safe. Skumon is going to catch him by the toe. A 2-man impale and a last breath. There's the combination from G2. Hansama will clean it up like the janitor of this game, while G2 escalate the troubles of MKOI.
G2 are collapsing on the mid.
Yeah, you're right. Nice play there from Elyoya.
Yeah, slows down whatever play could have happened top, but still 6,000 gold. Dragon number 3 could be G2's in about a minute. But now the Baron threat there. Skumon drives him into the wall. He gets wild growth and he catches Jojo Pure. But he flashes in right into Hansama's face and it's shut down. There's Jojo surviving as well. Flash from LeBron. G2 lose their jungler. And now the Broken Blade's in. Can he save the play? He's exhausted up. Damage minimized. And Mirwin is free firing a last breath on him. He gets exhausted in response. But Super, he uses his range to his advantage. LeBron came in, but against the Caitlyn. Run, son. Run. Super taking charge of the fight. 3 for 2 right now in favor of MKOI with the weave as well, trying to bring it to equal standings with the flash from Super. The net, LeBron gets out. The Q not connecting. Super's on charge. Ace in the hole. Ace in the hole going to be used. LeBron is going to get a shield up. There's the realm walk. Jojo's back alive. Actually, I don't even think he died. He just reset. He comes back in and ends up being 4 dead for G2 in the long run.
But how good is Jojo, bro? That was insane. His logic was, if I'm going down, I'm bringing Hans with me. And he flashes into the face of Hansama, trades his whole... Super started this objective and he's gonna... Okay, he has not died yet. Good TP there from Caps. Okay, I don't have much time to break down that fight because we're straight back into the action as G2 is starting off this dragon. They don't have the resources.
And that's the big one. Caps base sitting on the side because all those flashes were burned.
From what?
They're basically faking this. G2 don't take the bait though. They're going to just continue here.
Hansama willing to step up to the forefront of Elyoya. Mirwin found out. Seismic shove. Connects. It's the pick. It's the last breath. Mirwin at half HP going down lower and lower. And Broken Blade will take him down. He's got a minion way to sweep through. A Q to connect. And Jojo, even though he survives that, a weave as well. A seismic shove again. It's the legend of mid. It's the legend of EU. Caps will take 2. And when things start going questionable for G2, you always have him.
G2 play beautifully around the summoner spells that were down, taunting and baiting MKOI into the Baron area, knowing that the second they did, Caps was waiting in the wings to catch them out. And with 2 members down, Baron will be for G2.
Yeah, just great patience from Caps. They knew that he was around that topside jungle. They did not get confirmation on his position. And then Mirwin just steps a little bit too far, resulting in his demise and a quick snowball for G2. Baron now secured. Another tower goes their way. But a quick TP comes through from Mirwin.
G2 waiting in the wing. Skewmon found out by throwing a rock. Elyoya face checking. He gets polymulti, he makes a big mistake. The Captain has to flash away while Jojo gets slowed down. Cap repositions, flashes. Jojo is going to match him. MVP material shown right there. Wild growth on the Hun Summer, who's exhausted. And now MKOI ready to strike with Jojo taking the Realm Warp in. Both mid laners went too ham, but Super's here to clean up. That's all that matters, is that MKOI have their AD carry prime, locked and loaded, impaled into what? Skewmon defies his death no longer, and MKOI seal another fight.
MKOI found what they needed. Jojo was...
BB, the mid wave is going to crash open.
This is a mistake. This is a mistake. This has to be a
10
mistake.
seconds on Caps. Top lane is up in 15 as well. Vedi calls a mistake. It's just going to be the inhibitor. They're backing off after this.
They have to get Drake, though. That's the problem. Like, they have to...
Feels like the game's going to be sealed. A minute 30 to the next Baron. Weaver's all going to be used by Caps. He's going to pick off Jojo Pure.
Jojo wins
but
this.
Jojo, yeah, actualize, as you said. How easy is that? Caps thought, yeah, I'll stop him.
Seen enough times that I think that it is a clear issue that G2's dealing with. And KOI, while they did falter in the early game, their late game decision making is good.
Caps scored again, almost one shot. There's the Realm Warp. Caps is dead again. Just watch this. Jojo will put him in an internal prison of mid lane while G2 are a man down. Jojo ready to run it into Broken Blade, who doesn't have any summoners to get on out of this play. Super might be exhausted, but he's got so much more energy in him. Impaled to do nothing as Hunsummer tries to carry by himself. But MKOI found the mid lane goat and said, go to bed. MKOI are moving a match point, and it looks like they want an early night.
An ace, just like that. No big team fight, no big play. MKOI just kill Caps, they kill the team, and they're looking to go to match point.
It's one big blunder that cost G2 in this game, and it may just cost them the series as MKOI goes up 2-0.
I am shocked. G2 with a massive throw. Like, that was...
The Yasuo was a counter pick, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think he learned from me when I fisted him on that Yasuo into Akali in the finals, but you know, you cannot be like me. Sometimes I'm expecting a Casante or a Sion for Broken Blade next game. Yeah, you drop the Yasuo and Yone, yeah.
Drop that prio. It's probably... How tilted do you think they are?
I don't know. I think G2 is like... Actually, one thing they're really good at is coming back, so... Respect for them.
Yeah. Respect. We got to be careful. Go ahead and think about that game.
I'm gonna ban him from running up. Don't you deal with it.
Okay.
We've heard enough about Clyde, okay? It's not fun anymore. Okay?
That's actually true. And versus Sion, even though it's
Yeah,
you know
you know
good
what I mean?
matchup, it's like
What's he gonna say?
so boring.
Oh, Clyde
See a
farms.
lot more. I'm so far being competitive within the lane, and here you can see it again. Caps trying to utilize that 4-second window. As Jojo stepping up, here we go, laser down, charge.
Tower shot.
But the turret shot, I mean, bone plating was down. Maybe Jojo could have done more damage individually.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? If the charm hits, he gets a kill, and we're like, oh my goodness, Jojo, the greatest mid ever, right? So it's,
yeah.
you miss every shot you don't take. Right now, though, Alvaro looking for a good flank here.
He does have a great angle of that, waiting for the tangle barbs onto LeBron, onto Hunsummer. He flushes for the angle. He pulls out the blooming burst. It's good damage, but now Alvaro's on the wrong side and Summoner's Rift. Elyoya has to save the day. The route down, though, Hunsummer has Alvaro's number, almost getting the kill. Yes, he does. It ticks over for first blood. Meanwhile, LeBron dies.
The flash Q over the wall, and it means that Hansama can get a kill back and then transition away. And as you said in the live, ultimate from Caps down in mid forces Jojo to use the ultimate himself, and now with G2 having control over mid, we'll get Dragon.
Hansama just flashed away, by the way. He's going to get flashed on, almost died. Bedler's out on Super. Hans solo kill. And this is what we're talking about with Hans Mama. This as well as the slingshot in the inventory. Look at the comparison. Super has boots, longsword, and his starting item with a cull. So obviously the power right now is going to go towards this Xayah. Skewmon looking for an entrance in the mid lane. He might actually find it. Alvaro going to dodge away. Gravity build on Jojo though. The all-in, the LeBron roam. It's great with the 3 talent strike, finding Jojo before he can escape.
Wow, what a fantastic gank from G2. Caps positions himself, which I think is a sensible choice.
Jojo knowing he's weak side of the map right now, put the ward down. Super's going to crash down though into Caps. Gravity field put down. There's the Chaos Storm in response as well. Caps just going to force him out and old trade.
Alvaro moving down into this bottom side to try and deny the G2 dive on towards Jojo. We'll spot out the Skewmon is here, so very split map. With Jojo sitting under tower, really like to try and clear this farm as quickly as possible.
Poked up with a feather pullback. LeBron now thinking about what he can do with the
Actually
dive.
has to be driven by both Jojo and Elyoya. This Ahri plus Vi combo is lethal at finding picks. specifically because of the chain CC. Alvaro
Okay.
gonna get knocked out.
It's LeBron under turret though. Pop Blossom going to be used, but doesn't find anyone. The feathers are out once again. Hunsummer looking for a route back onto Alvaro. He won't find it, but it turns into a dive. Skewmon pulling out the Crescent Guard. Super is the turret and the target. Rather, it is going to be 1-for-1 trade. Well, Alvaro out of mana, out of options, out of HP. He tries the shadow going as to someone else, but Hunsummer's going to clear the wave. And dive number 2 is coming up as Alvaro holds it from the turret for now.
Alvaro, I think, is just trying to run for the turret. It means that then it has to be LeBron who takes the kill,
Hang on, is
rather
LeBron
than giving it to Hansama.
Solo kill again. How long has it been? He did this versus Busio. Alvaro's going to run into the turret. It is another solo kill for LeBron. That's his third of
That
spring.
is not does though. I think that that's enough for them to start a fight. Let's see how things transpire. Elyoya alone in the pit.
Turning, Elyoya goes over, but it's right into the waiting arms of LeBron. But easy kill for Hunsummer. Pop Blossom is to negate the play, but MKOI have to get out of there. Spirit Rush already used by Jojo Pyun while we look at the left side of the play, and it's Alvaro getting whomped by a stick and a bat. Broken Blade is roamed on down, the charge already used, but he's cutting off the escape path. The bear trap on a rope falls short, but
Was to catch the wave.
Could have walked for that though. Right?
That's true. He could have. Tempo this, tempo that, something.
still going though. Hang on.
In.
Bear trap on a rope.
I
Gonna
don't think
pull
he's
back
in
Mewen.
danger.
I don't know. Decimating Smash. Maybe Broken Blade's the one in danger. Vault Breaker right into his face. And Broken Blade opted in for this. 3 members are going to send it in with a root down. Pop Blossom. Broken Blade flashes over after getting off the bike. Mewen flash ulties, but he's about to remount. Broken Blade with a shotgun. There he is. Back on the tricycle. Now for Broken Blade, can he find a
Reset, and if Finn was here, he would be talking about that was basically the change to Kled, is that he can get remounted faster.
Right.
Coming in clutch there, because not only did he get out, he ended up losing a wave for MKOI in that top side, plus he got the push out and the wave collected by Caps on the bottom lane as a result.
Alvaro in trouble. Quickness going to say absolutely yes. Gravity Field as well. Alvaro's going to flash away, but to no avail. Chaos Storm down to execute Alvaro. And Caps is
Apart for Koi.
It was a charge used by Broken Blade. Wasn't going to hit anyway, but it was just the threat that Broken Blade was incoming. As Alvaro scouts this out, Smite gets the Herald down. G2 not going to be found out. That's Skewmon, and he's going to get popped. Yeah, Super takes the kill before Crescent Guard comes out. And while the objective goes down, somehow G2 are still finding pressure.
Robin a good flank though. Just trying to see if he can poke his head in behind them. MKOI needs to be careful. Jojo also in a similar position though.
They're not getting it back away yet. MKOI. That's it. Dragon's gone. Soul point for Chemtech Soul, not the best, but now Jojo, as you said, his position where he is. Hunsummer's going to be found out. Instead, Skewmon as well. He's going to be rooted up. Crescent Guard down. This is a 3 versus 2. Skewmon avoiding the damage, but as he gets a knock-up, wait, Hunsummer's willing to take those odds. The root comes in. Elyoya's alive, but here he comes. Charge down the line. It won't be blocked. Elyoya flashes over, but jousting from Broken Blade. As in comes the rest of the cavalry. Cut off the position. The quickness on top of Super's head. And G2 used Broken Blade like the great bicycle he is.
I think he's looking for more. Alvaro, is he really going to threaten a dive? Skewmon also going between towers.
Yes, indeed he is. The dive will continue. Broken Blade will dismount, but G2 are going to find their outer turret eventually anyway. Caps also gets inner thanks to the Herald. And this time it feels very personal from G2.
It feels like...
Again, the ode of Lebrov being on engage himself once again. We're 1-1 and 8. He's been great. Pop Blossom shots me up though. It's a 2-man. He will die for it. Those Hunsummer's the one to predict with a Feather Storm that cuts them deep. MKOI run away. G2 on the chase. Lebrov again looks for the run up as he dodges away from the charm. His quickness gives him movement speed to find Super. And that 80 carry ain't out of dodge yet. We look towards Broken Blade up on the top side of Mewen. They're just fighting it out. Look, stuck on the blast cone. Kled is going to run away, but Scarl, he'll come back eventually as Mewen looks to run, but Baron's up, and eventually Mewen will die.
Bro, that's so funny. He just stood on the blast. Oh, well now, can Elyoya even get close to the Baron? I'm going to say no on that one.
I think he might be dead. Close to blast cone going to be used. There's the shock down as well. Mewen re-engages on a Hunsummer. He's dead. Super gets the space out of the fight, and now Skewmon's gone as well. Super cuts it back with Broken Blade, silences him with Caps. MKOI have 4. They stop the potential Baron, and Mewen turn getting caught out into finding an excess in a turret. If G2 don't get this dragon, it's not the end of the world, but they sure as hell want that buff.
Dragon going to be aggroed. Elyoya on the flank. Jojo on the other. G2 being threatened from multiple sides. But here comes Broken Blade.
Where does he charge? Jojo's going to be found out. Elyoya spotted out over the wall. Quickness popped out by LeBron. Skewmon in the backline. Pop Blossom negated. Hantum spaced it so well. And Cap's got the Chaos Storm down. It feels like a G2 win before it's even begun. As Mirwin's still in the middle, but the rest of the team has fled. All it took was Hans to get space, and they'll give it with ease as Super's going to be followed over the wall. I've never seen that interaction at all. It looked like hacking from Broken Blade, but he charges Super down, and
their coordination gets broken apart by great aggression. Broken Blade follows Super to the ends of the earth. And it ends up being another kill for Hansama.
And we come back to live. It might be even more. Elyoya is right in the thick of two people right now, blocked by LeBron. Easy as that. Decimating Smash going to do a bit of work, but LeBron still stays standing with the Gleaming Quill. He'll sustain. Broken Blade just can't really be maimed at this point by these two. And G2 got the Baron. They're going to get in a turret top. It is going to move to 10,000 gold. And surely this time, G2 can see it through and give us the series.
Skewmon moving across the mid lane just to make sure you got two lanes to play off as G2. MKOI trying to stand in front of the top lane inhibitor with no jungler. The charm though!
Well, it's not too bad. Pop Blossom as well on the throw, but Hansama sends out the Featherstorm. He's being targeted, doesn't get a root down. Free firing as much as he can. He finds Jojo. Hans will live. As good as it looked, you have to take down Hansama if you want to get through to the rest of G2. As Chaos erupts with the storm, and Ace goes down, and Super wanted this bot lane to woke up. I think he got his wish.
Incredible performance by G2's bot lane. Hansama 12, 1, and 4 as G2 are on to the Nexus.
I think Kalish should be fearing that vote. Maybe Hansama wants a recount at this point as G2 move us to game 4.
25 minutes was all it took for G2 to dominate in this game. They bounced back strong. Looks like Aoife's looking for an interview.
One game, they kind of stomped you. The other, you had full advantage and you threw it. What's the summary of this game?
This time we didn't throw our lead. It's a plan for next game as well.
Let's go, let's go. Mirwin, you probably didn't hear it. He had some choice words from you. He said he used words that I can't even repeat on broadcast. It was that bad. He even said you should just play Sion or Cassante. So what do you have to say about that now that you won on Kled and styled on him?
I mean, we saw who ended up on Sion, so...
That says enough. Thank you. Go ahead, Broken Blade.
Such a lane bully that TF will struggle, and then Twisted Fate, like, ult reveal, stun card, stops you from playing the game. Level 1 Q costs, if I remember correctly, 130 energy.
Yeah, it's massive, goes down each level.
So you're very reliant on levels, exactly. But it basically means that your wave clear is non-existent. I apologize, it's actually 110 energy at level 1.
It's still enough. I mean, it hurts. Mid lane Super's in a bit of trouble. He's slowed down by the volley. Hansama looking for the flash to get out. There it is, the auto almost dead. Super had to flash though, and the 2v2 again.
Now, on this skirmish, we just have a raw health advantage. They bully them down, they force them back. Caps is pushing, Broken Blade's pushing, like, winning lanes across the board.
And also because MF is a champion that likes to try and change her target fairly regularly.
Big Hex auto. Jojo about to die. LeBron comes in and gets first blood. What a roam timer on the bar.
Yeah, again though, like, we saw this coming from draft. Like,
put one into position power as LeBron comes back down to the bottom lane. He's got a magical journey. Disrespect from MKOI. They see him stand on a ward. They're against the wall now as well. It's going to go towards Super as the roam timer. The move from Skewmon gets Super low again. He survived.
It already started off looking so good for MKOI. G2 fighting back now in game 3 and 4.
the wave is in a horrible spot for Jojo as well. He's calling for reinforcements. That's why the squad has shown up into middle lane. They need to help him push this wave out.
Cosmic Binding almost connecting. Magical Journey gets been taken this time. LeBron's going to be punished. He flashes the wave at the chaser from MKOI as Jojo gets that passive 5-point strike. Enough damage just about, but Elyoya needs a Sonic Wave. He flashes for it, takes it. Cosmic Binding won't save his life as now for Skewmon tries to defend his jungle, but LeBron's down and Elyoya is on the board.
Okay, so a good collapse position for the Dragon Spawn. Perfectly on time. G2 don't have the numbers needed. Neferi heading towards the top side of the map. Is there really a threat of a dive here? Actually, maybe there is.
Because you can reset tower aggro for Skewmont as well.
No Hound's Pursuit though, and as you said, Skewmont can press that call of the pack, and he flashes away, eviscerates on top of Mirwin's head. Destiny to cut off the escape path, and Skewmont picks up the kill. Top turret is now open here, while Dragon was a priority for MKOI.
Response from G2 is to success is Jojo fishing for Caps here.
Yeah, even without ulti, Between Worlds going to be used, but Shuriken Flip doesn't connect. Caps waiting for the ulti, gets healed up anyway, gets the passive down a couple more times. Well,
G2 finding these gold advantages, but Koi with the Dragon, perhaps that can be a win condition for them, as now LeBron caught out once again.
he wants that big wall so he can get out. Takes Magical Journey. Elio is going to follow anyway, waiting for the Cosmic Fighting, but Sonic Wave's already going to connect, and LeBron in his own jungle going to be found out. Roaming twice, and Elyoya is there to catch the dice. Meanwhile, Skewmont is focusing on the top side. Elyoya's on the way, but Mirwin's being safe. Look at the wave state. Hound's Pursuit about to be used. Gold card there, the dive in, and double dark and daggers. Mirwin's dead. Skewmont gets a reset, won't need it yet, but hey, he's got 2 kills on the board. Hex is going to jump across the veil to get out of that one. Alvaro has to keep roaming up, but to be fair, his roams have been giving Jojo so much needed support here in a lane that he's only 10 CS down.
Absolutely. He scored again. He scored again.
Yeah, Sonic Wave going to be taking Magical Journey. He's kicked midway. It ain't magical anymore, but Elyoya takes it. Wishes he didn't. Now we go call the pack once again. I think so. Arrow as well. Skewmont eviscerates and gets the kill. What an arrow. But now Jojo in the right position to get a kill. And his first one of the game. A shutdown. Perfect execution and Shuriken Flip gets him away as Caps finds the kill onto Alvaro in the end as well. Caps will get something, but Jojo getting a bit of meat.
Okay, it's game. So both mid laners get a kill. Junglers each get a kill. Lebrov getting caught out once again, but now he's back.
Yeah, Super might be dead. Running out of mana. PTA now activated. Hansama trying to bait it in as Lebrov gets the last out of Super's mana as well. Cosmic Binding slows him down. Super in a 1v2 in this bottom lane. Hans has lethal tempo, and with the volley, he's going to give it over to Lebrov.
Jojo's on the way though.
What does Jojo have? No ulti, but he has flash. Hansama going to spot him out. LeBron's going to Magical Journey this, and he gets Shuriken Flip, but he waits. Jojo takes it. 5-point strike. LeBron about to die, gets flashed on, and Jojo gets a second kill.
Good roam from Jojo to end up picking up some kills in the back end of that play. So
MKOI a gold lead, but I wonder how that changes things as MKOI are in River pinging now.
Yeah, I don't feel confident in G2's chances of really contesting this. Maybe they're looking for a pick instead.
So Jojo maybe. Skewmont going to press the button onto Jojo, even in the Shroud. Destiny spots him out. You can't hide from the Twisted Fate. Encore used, yes, with bullet time, yes, but Caps and Skewmont are out and safe. Jojo is dead. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Mirwin is getting 1v1. Flash away. Broken Blade puts him in his place, and Mirwin backs away while Dragon now resumes the story. Alvaro's just going to back off their blade safe while Caps decides this is a good roam timer.
No flash.
Bully Mirwin a third time. A recipe for success, it seems, by other teams. Yes, and by G2 as well. He's just dead. Broken Blade picked up the kill. Top lane turret is open, and they're in a trade outside of the mid lane push here from Jojo Pyun.
I mean, rough day on the Yone for Broken Blade has only improved as the day's gone out.
It's going to be a solid kill though. Double dark and daggers. Perfect execution already used, and Jojo's going to get ulti. He has to ulti out. And flash as well. Used as a response, I believe. That was from Skewmont. Meanwhile, Elyoya going to find his target. Sonic Wave going to be taken. Tempered Fate to save his jungler. The arrow as well. Hansama gets encored though. There's no Cosmic Finding in range from LeBron as Elyoya. Respect given again from MKOI as they back off, while yeah, Broken Blade's going to do some serious damage here with the Magical Journey used to make a play on the bottom side. Destiny going to be used. Gold card as well. Tempered Fate on the turret. And as he comes out of stasis, Mirwin is going to find the world a very different place. 0-4 as the arrow flashed away from by Alvaro, but G2 want more.
I mean, they're looking for more. I don't think they have the tools to really find it. That bot tower will be enough for now. Herald is alive, but there's no one on G2 on the top side of the rift to really threaten it. Koi are actually on the bottom side. They're trying to protect it.
Skewmont's rooted. Encore as well. The dog charmed up. Sonic Wave. He's going to W flash away. He's out as Elyoya gets a flash kick. Bullet time's good enough, though, to take down Skewmont. Meanwhile, G2 running out of dodge. Super gets stunned up against wall caps. Recovering the play, getting Alvaro first here. He's at full mana, full HP. Public execution from Jojo. Runs through Hansama, who gets shut down. Between Worlds was not used by Caps. He now goes in, invulnerable. Between Worlds. Onto Elyoya, bursting down, gold card in, Jojo found out, and who else but Caps and BB to recover the play. Mirwin looking for the toasty cook up here, and he turns to BB. He flushed in as well. LeBron also managed to make his way in. It was Super dying alongside Broken.
He's already out, and as this fight starts to continue then, we end up splitting off in two halves, but
oh
Mirwin's
my
gone.
God. You know what? He heard us talking smack in game 1 and game 2, and Caps locked in.
I mean, Caps' Aurora has become beast mode really ever since first stand. His ability to generate lane leads in combination with his impact in team fights just continue to be monstrous. G2 finding fight after fight. They're snowballing this game similar to what we saw in the previous. Their early game is just the best in the league. The arrow.
As well as the gold card. Look at the twofold hex. A tempered fate on the turret. Gold card. Cosmic Binding out of range. That's the only reason. No! I was going to say LEC is going to survive. But Caps hits him with the weirding and moves to 6-0 and 6.
We go again, though.
We do indeed. A Hound's pursuit. Super nowhere to go between worlds. Caps diving in a turret with his jungler. And G2 switched on. And they're heading towards this innocuous Game 5.
G2 are just farming MKOI right now. This isn't about macro, this isn't about strategy.
The turret, using the W to reset aggro, and then it's following up on the resets on the ultimate.
Let's come to live. Let's watch a 1v1. Elio is going to get in the way. Perfect execution. New Shuriken flip. Caps about to die. He flashes out. He's alive. The cavalry's here, though. The prop here to support after JoJo's used everything. Cosmic Binding slows him. Doesn't find the wall, but the gold card does. Auto attack from Broken Blade. JoJo just wanted something back, but Caps was a bridge too far.
Ash Arrow is still available if Hansama wants to try and get a bit frisky.
Broken Blade needs defense. Dragon's Rage after the safeguard's going to be smited out. Tempered Fate saves him for a little bit longer. Skewmon comes on in. Bullet time lays him down into shutdown. G2 decide to take this fight as Elioya won't go that much further forward. MKOI
by Caps once more. He's going to get a plate for himself. He rotates over towards his team. Now they have the Herald, and the Ash Arrow is ready to go.
Want to go again, as you said. Arrow onto Alvaro, dodges away. Caps still wants to go in though between worlds onto Alvaro. He'll take the spacing. Weirding, no flash on call. Pretty good Caps. Gets out from the protobelt, but he's in the midst 3. Slowed down, shut down by Ewan. Electro Harpoon dodged away. So is the Sonic Wave. Ewan still looking for the chase though with the Flame Spitter as G2. They keep trying to bite off the head of this dog, but they're getting
pressure on MKOI. But as the wheels start to come off, as small mistakes come through from G2 and MKOI can get control back, they can get the picks.
On the Caps, Ewan goes into melee. Here comes Elioya as well between worlds. Weeding gets him out for now, but Super's on the way now. Flash kick for the kill. Bullet time as well. As Skewmon gets on out, there's the actual kick. Dark and Daggers gets the trade. And while Skewmon might be alive for now, it's 1v1. And we look towards the magical journey taken. 1-for-1 rather was the trade. Caps in the dirt. Elioya almost found
life, though the rest of KOI are looking to collapse. He does have the flash available. Look at JoJo in the river on his way. Yeah, he's going to commit the TP.
Super can't stop him. He can just auto him. Yep, no CC. So Broken Blade does get on out. Meanwhile, Lebrov has found out Magical Journey not going to be taken only by 1, and that's Lebrov. JoJo still does a hell of a lot of damage, but meanwhile, Skewmon is
responding to BB on the bottom side, and that's what they're trying to do. So G2 pull away. They don't commit.
JoJo, can he solo kill here? Or can he buy enough time? Destiny going to be used. Gold card and out. Shuriken Flip going to be taken. Look at him go. He's a helicopter on the Broken Blade, though. He's exhausted. Gold card comes again. Auto attack galore. JoJo gets out. Doesn't get the kill. Elioya misses the Sonic Wave. Meanwhile, Magical Journey for Lebrov to get away from Mirwin. Broken Blade dies to the rest of the squad. But at least we got to see the helicopter from JoJo as the pick comes through.
This is a big opportunity for KOI. They have the numbers advantage. The Baron is poised to be taken. If they can catch
Broken Blade, going to start Dragon, has that ultimate to close the gap if he needs to.
Okay, Dark and Dagger #1, not doing too much. Half the HP of Baron. JoJo's position. It's a big one if he remains unseen. Destiny going to be used, gives information. Arrow onto Super, equalizer down. JoJo comes in now. The Weeding trying to zone him out. Baron still leashed at 5k. Skewmon needs to steal this if it keeps on going. Tempered Fate onto JoJo. MKOI a bit undecisive. Baron doing some work. Someone gets flashed on. There's the ulti from the Cerebrate as well. JoJo jumps on in. Onto Hans. He takes a magical journey though. G2 are peeling off. MKOI dizzy. The between worlds. It's 5. Everyone low. And Skewmon goes in. Then back out. And Mirwin going to fall if he finds one more Q. The Baron's going to help on out. And Caps does the rest. G2 find 1. And MKOI running for their lives.
G2 trying to hold on here. MKOI no.
Climbing. 7,500 gold. Will the game end? Will we go to 5? Caps goes invis. JoJo's going to be found out between worlds, tries to kite it out. The gold card, he's trying to time out. It's still going to hit at max range, but the follow-up from Skewmon sets up for a reset. There's the arrow as well. Onto Elioya. Hansama finds him, but there will be no further follow-up. They've found the pick. And for
G2 to try and siege onto the turret, though, you've got Supa's ultimate to help clear our waves, Mirwin's ultimate to clear our waves, so G2 need Baron before they can.
I mean, this is a bait. Lebrov trying to bait him in, does so. Dark and Daggers onto Alvaro. He's just going to die. He's front lining, no way. Tempered Fate, bullet time already done. To no avail as well, into a choke. Caps will clean up the rest of Broken Blade. Auto after auto. Mirwin just gets one shot. Elioya takes Magical Journey trying to escape, but he too will fall. And MKOI have never been reverse swept, but now we're starting to question the possibility as Elioya Elyoya flashes out, but G2 on the home stretch.
Elyoya desperately trying to survive. If he stays alive, there's a world where he can still steal away the Baron. Right now, that is not the focus. He goes back in, he gets the healing.
He does, but Scumon's behind. Elyoya's going to die. Took his time at the very least. But Elyoya now dead, and his death timer is spaced out.
Broken Blade
Finding pick after pick after pick. KOI have not been able to deal with the sheer mobility and pace of game that G2 have been able to find for themselves. By securing this Baron, they'll have the sieging power necessary to really start to threaten the base of KOI. And with that top
position, harder for G2 to play, or should I use the words more characteristic of playing the sides? And here we go again onto Mirwin. This 1v1 pretty easy. Broken Blade flashes, takes the kill, and we are most definitely going to fight.
That man shuffles cards regularly.
He does indeed. I'm hearing Kenny Rogers, I'm hearing the Gambler play in the back of my head here for Broken Blade, who's redeemed himself in this series. And in this game number 4, Inhibitors dropping all 3 of them now. MKOI on their last defense before we find out who goes to MSI with one final game. The fans happy it goes to 5, but the fans of each team stressing now as it comes down to a BO1 and Sonic Wave. Trying to give Elyoya an angle. One Nexus turret down, the next soon to follow with the Baron Minions, all inclusive. Alvaro tries his ulti, but Cap will pull between worlds onto Jojo. The bullet time, is it enough? No! G2 will take us to 5, and our final destination awaits.
Caps, what a crazy game. Talk to me rather about the focus in this one. You were unleashed.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a crazy one. I think a lot of 5v5s. I think we were aiming for a lot of it as well. Yeah. But it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun indeed. Now, Movistar KOI has never been reverse swept. Are you going to have to do it to him?
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say they've never played us before, but that wouldn't be true. So.
No.
But we will reverse them, yeah.
Nice. Go ahead and join your team, Caps. Thank you so much.
G2 was missing, but then they slammed Malphite, and I was like, well, okay, I guess they just want to go in. They want to have ways to threaten that back line. I think the
sit in the queue. If he lands it on you, the sustain for Soraka will continue. Super. That's the case. Barrier going to be pulled up. Hunsummer taking a bit of damage. Alvaro gets the pop away again. I love that our observers are just stuck on the bottom lane.
The way you kind of expect these 2 solo lanes to go, right? Jojo being able to push in, and Caps has to play hyper aggressive in this to look for those Kingslayer trades to make sure that he's able to survive.
Flash from Alvaro, going to pop Hunsummer back into the turret. He's in trouble. He's going to flash away from the trample as well. The root still connects. Alvaro sapped up though. Wait, Hunsummer has the cow under his wing with range almost. The kill goes over. Super's out of mana as well. Almost falls to his demise. LeBron at full HP, but out of mana too.
But so much of the damage in the chain lash is linked to that Q2. So if you aren't able to actually get the chains to keep them in check.
All in shifting sands, Cap's in trouble. You said the chain lash not going to do any damage. Flash away, but first blood to Jojo on his Azira. Great way to start.
Icon, you can see that little number on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. 18 right now. Obviously very low this early on into the game. But the Crab now the point of contention.
There's a ward here as well. Skimon has to get on out. Elyoya flashes in, doesn't bite. Dreaded return gets him though. Skimon puts up the shield, but Alvaro in the way has to flash over the top of the trample of the Alistar. MKOI go in as Jojo has his ulti up and available. Elyoya gets stunned up, and now Hunsummer's excited. The soldiers are out as Caps tries to do the same, but for MKOI, they got collapsed.
That's what Malphite does, man. He's just a walking ultimate. All right, well, Caps. Ooh, Caps.
Emperor's Divide, Caps caught out. Here comes Alvaro as well, waiting for the Scott Duck. He takes the Unbreakable Will to survive with Kingslayer, with Skumon ulting in. Skumon wants to put the shield up, doesn't get a chance to. Presses W instead, and now that E is going to be short-lived. Skumon got baited in thinking that he could do something with Caps, but it turns out to be a whoopsie.
Yeah, Caps had gotten out as well.
Raw actual tankiness, and HB is a key part of that.
All in. Caps of Scott of Duck only gets to the minion. Empress Divide taken onto Jojo. And here we go. Equinox down, silences him for a little bit. Chainlash second part doesn't connect. Jojo space this out. He's waiting, gets his own Emperor's Divide. But there's Skumon to recover the play. Nice try from Jojo, but it's not enough.
Jojo is desperately trying to get into a position to use the E to slide away to safety, but it was not given to him. Now Alvaro has been caught.
He doesn't have ulti either. LeBron looking to slow him down. There's a blast cone, but he won't be taking it just yet until
G2 before and trying to shut down Jojo in the mid lane. This time around, they make it happen.
Well, G2 have continued to apply pressure in the bot lane 2 versus 2. I mean, I'm trying to I'm going to make an ad-lib request from our step back, scale away. They've got a Zia Senna, very much late game insurance.
In trouble, Seismic Shard gets him through, flash there from Alvaro, pulverizes him. The Emperor's Divide kind of gets out of the center roll, but Broken Blade will run, but he cannot hide. Elyoya looking for the chase. Ori at rush, smite, and an auto as Elyoya picks up the rock.
Hans Sama just continues to get the better of Super in this series.
And now in trouble, Seismic Shard flying in, and Skewmon getting the sun after Jojo even flashes away. An ulti's already been used by Broken Blade. Skewmon now in a bad spot, but he has the shield to lean on. Alvaro's coming in, looking to bop him in or out, depending in. He gets stunned up regardless. Unbreakable Will is available soon, but not just yet as Elyoya comes in with an Ori at rush. Here comes G2 looking to invade or continue it on. MKOI chasing, but no Mega Gnar.
Hans Sama, what a game from him. So, I mean, what a series from him so far, but now Broken Blade the one in danger.
He might have to ulti out again. He's been using his ulti to survive each and every time. There's the Unstoppable Force. He's out, but dreaded return. The flash there from Elyoya. Broken Blade aren't out. The Grim Deliverance down slows him as Alvaro comes in. Everyone on the rock, and Jojo to claim the glory.
I will say, Miwin complained about fanboys from G2. Well, Koi have ganked Broken Blade in the bot lane. They've ganked him again in the top lane, and he's clearly become their target as Super now in danger.
Gets away from the traps, but doesn't get away from the Q. The Starfall slows him down, and almost with Equinox as well. Super in trouble if the rocket's sent out, but Alvaro's going to block it. Good zap, good sustain.
Caps is quite overextended, and I think they're going to try and punish it. You guys can't see the minimap, but Jojo can.
Emperor's Divide, Caps tries to abscond, he gets dreaded return instead. He knows he's dead. Emperor's Divide taken, but he dies. Good punish from MKOI, and things are starting to go pretty well for them.
I mean, let's put this into context, and they're just fishing and finding these opportunities, giving them time to scale up.
Okay, Alvaro finding the bot back. Skew-Mon's just going to chase him. TP going to be burned. Here comes Caps, but a blast cone going to be used. Trying to predict the over the wall. Alvaro still going to get slowed down by the Grand Starfall. Unbreakable Will comes out. It's gone to duck. The Emperor's Divide going to be used. A lot here for Alvaro, but it was going to expire anyway, so you say whatever. Caps gets a kill, much needed in the game as Miwin looked to cover. He's going to be found out, Mega Gnar or not. He hops away, but Caps on the chase. Also, Skewmon found out by the W here from Super, but this opens up mid with a deep play from the Alistar.
Yeah, I don't think you defend this as MKOI. They're trying to see if they shift Jojo down to hold on to it, but they will just back Caps. You've got the ultimate, the Gnarled from Caps. You've got Broken Blade who can send it.
But flash on in, Summer Manchester as well. Unbreakable Will going to be used again. Caps at the front line. Zap is there. MKOI all grouped up here as Labrov is found out. The Soraka has to flash as well. Good opening players. Miwin's going to find Broken Blade. His ulti not used yet, but he might be fouled before he can. He flashes away. His ulti, where is it going to land? Alvaro gets hit out. There's the ulti from the Jinx as well. Miwin goes out of Mega Gnar. Broken Blade to his death, just about, yes. Hits no one for the Unstoppable Forces. Jojo finds a road onto Labrov. It's an execution. G2 is thwarted. Sent away from the Dragon play before it even begins. Flash from Skewmon as Miwin's chasing as the mini Nada could. Caps has to go in, send it at his final hurrah, but everyone is falling as Hans Sama is left alone, not for long as he joins the grave. And MKOI disintegrate G2 in Game 5.
It's a monstrous team fight for MKOI. They pick apart G2, who just cannot get coordinated around the Dragon. Piece by piece, they tear them apart. All 5 members remain alive to ace G2. And with only a single game away from MSI qualification, they'll put themselves in the driver's seat to be the first team for HP. He's completely untouched. He's melting that tower. On the side lane, the Gnar is making fun of the Malphite. We're yet to see the Malphite threaten anyone with his ult. Like, Koi, they're just playing from range. They're playing patiently, and they're picking apart G2.
G2 absolutely dizzy. Broken Blade doesn't have his flash to combo up. We talked about how it was used before. We haven't seen much of it as Caps wants an angle. Jojo's basing him. Abscond of Duck going to connect. Emperor's Divide stolen, used well with Jojo. Sends Skewmon back as well. MKOI have numbers advantage for now as Caps goes melee and dies to Elyoya. Jojo still surviving for so long as Broken Blade finally finds an angle. Alvaro there as well, and Hans Sama is excited. The Jinx unleashed Grim Deliverance. Now into the backline, but Hans Sama gets the space out. Watch the Jinx. This is how MKOI get the finals. They need to kill Hans. GA's going to be pulled out, but Hans dies during. And here's Broken Blade as well. A Gnar into the wall. MKOI will find them all once more.
MKOI find G2 in the base, and they shut them down.
MKOI, you look back at the regular season and they look back at the doubts, but when the trophy and MSI are on the line, Elyoya and MKOI reach an entirely different level. G2's streak is almost ruined as Caps comes up in a second. Their health bars are low, but MKOI looking at what they can finish off with a TP inside.
They want to keep this going. MKOI are so low though. Caps has the Mega Gnar. Caps could be the one to shut this down. But MKOI back away.
Not going to over-risk it. Caps have gone to duck out of range. 10,000 gold and everything but abscond used. Mega Gnar into the wall. Caps trying onto Jojo. He will find him as Skumon runs in with the ulti. Alvaro caught out against Hansama, and maybe G2 has some life in them after all as Alvaro donates the kill to Hansama, and it ain't over yet.
It is not over yet. Another kill will go the way of G2. A shutdown gets handed over to Caps.
Nothing's up.
The good news for KOI is, as you say, there is no objective to play for. Skumon sets his sights on the enemy jungler. He wants
2 minutes to go. Third dragon is a godsend.
Oh my goodness, you can feel the weight has shifted ever so slightly.
Yeah,
it really felt like
that's the angle G2 are looking for, and that's why Jojo is playing this so cautiously.
He's on a ward for now. If he bases here, he will not be able to teleport in. Of course not. Skumon sends it into Alvaro. Unbreakable will G2. Trying to play front to back with this Pantheon. Broken blade zoning off Mirwin into the Mega Gnar. The Alistar slowly whittling down. Gets a hot away. Mirwin jumps over, but it's to no avail. He finds no one. The Mega Gnar's better used by Caps. Yes, a 3-man, but Jojo can't get near. G2 winning the fight. Cap sends it. He absconds. He abducts. And MKOI have to deduct.
Mirwin makes a massive mistake going in alone without the rest of MKOI. He throws away his life, and that opens up.
Rabadons as he gets back. Could
he absolutely does.
And has the TP to get back into the fight as well. We'll have to see just as he starts to finish. There's the Rabadons.
It's Baron. It's gone. G2 are going to get this Baron.
Oh, he is the most important, I think, for Silas, just because his ult cooldown gets so low this late into the game. We're getting a TP.
That's G2's TP. MKOI going to be in front of it first. Is this where it gets all thrown out? Broken Blade in the middle doesn't care. He's a tank, but he's been hit by 5 members with the ulti out. G2 have thrown it with their top lane's TP. Alvaro's deep. They've got LeBron. What a way to end it. MKOI find only one shot. But what the hell was that TP?
G2 tried to send it, and MKOI said,
"Where is it?" Like, that's how much range they have at their disposal.
Okay.
And so it's up to G2 to find a way to get onto the carries. And Broken Blade may be looking for it.
Flux Equinox sent in by Skumon as well. They've got Jojo. Jojo's dead. Caps has stolen his ulti before he dies. Well, Mirwin gets the ulti, but it's sent back by Caps. What a pick by G2.
it finally came together for G2. As Hansama steps forward. He wants more.
Look at the damage that comes through. There's no rocket, but Broken Blade sending it in. Turret down, and G2 have 2 on the ground.
Unbelievable. I think that's going to be it. 5 members strong for G2. The Nexus is in their eyes.
It's 5 versus 3. They had us in the first half. They made us doubters. I can't believe they came back like this as Alvaro sends it in. The all in, the Grim Deliverance. When's it coming? Is Elyoya must send it now. He runs in front of 5, but he'll go into the GA. Super can't step up. MKOI are thwarted. It's back-to-back internationals, back-to-back MSIs, back-to-back LEC finals, 11 times over. Our first finalist, first MSI representative. It's G2, the best Europe has ever seen.
Securing the series win.
And you can vote for Caps, Hansama, and LeBron as you're playing the series at LEC on X. But oh my God, how do you vote? How do you do it, G2? How the hell do you push it to the brink like this?
That is devastating, and commiserations to MKOI.